Alright guys, I just stopped along the trailhead here, and every once in a while on the trail here there's these little shelters. Looks like a bus stop. There's a bench and an area up top of the bench here, nice solid area, and then there's a recycling can and a trash can. So this area here right off the trailhead, perfect spot for me to stop, rest, put my pack on the chair. I don't have to put it in the ground. I can cook my meal right here. I can see fairly good behind me, making sure there's nothing behind me here. And so let's get the pack off and get our stove out, some gear, and cook ourselves up a meal right in this little urban area here. I might change my channel to Urban Anthony. This is a great place to stop for a rest. I can sit on a bench. I can take my pack off and I can see my surroundings, see who's coming left, right, north, south, east, west. Let's get the pack off. Okay, so we take the pack off, undo the straps. Actually, I'm going to take a sip of water before I do. Just undo my lid. This is working out good, this little setup I got here with the water bladder, or the water Nalgene bottle. Okay, took my pack off, stretch out a little bit. I'm sweating, but not profusely. See, the pack is off. There is a little sweat here on the sides of the pack. I'm gonna turn it around. So we're gonna open the pack. I'm not going to go over too much what's in it. We're going to open it up and get my stove kit out. I'm going to take a Cliff Bar, I think, and then we're going to boil up some water. Right back. One of the things I didn't mention on this pack that's a really good feature is right down here at the bottom there is a pull-out rain cover that fully covers the whole entire pack. So if I was out here in the pouring down rain, I could cover this whole pack, keep my stuff out here dry, my towel, and put on my poncho, which is right here. Probably put my Mora knife around my neck, like I'll do now. And very good feature. So I got the lid. This lid has a lot of room in it too for gear, which I have in it. I'll pull open the pack, and I think I packed my stove kit pretty close to the top. We'll open this up, this top loading pack. Like I said before, I got my first aid kit at the top, my water filter at the top also, and then I've got my hammock and tarp. So we'll take that out, and then I'll access my stove. So that's what these top loading packs. My stove kit is in this yellow bag. I'll probably, when I repack, I'll probably put this on the top. But I got it in a Coghlan zippered bag, and I got the little see-through mesh here, you can see. And I got my kettle in there, my stove's in there, my cup, my Spork. Everything's in there, the fuel in this little Coghlan zip pack. You know, you get a pack of 3. These come in a 3-pack, different sizes for, $5 or $10. Very much worth it. So I'm gonna pack this stuff back in. Incidentally, my hammock, my DD hammock's in this bishop sack, which means either end I could open, I access the lines, I could pull this hammock right out in between 2 trees without letting it hit the ground. So that's the beauty of having a bishop sack. I'll do a video on that too, to show you guys. I'll put my water filter back in so I don't lose anything. Get this stuff cinched back up, and we'll redo the camera, get our stove set up, and show you what we're gonna have. All right, I want to show you guys what I got here. I got the fuel for the stove. I've got a cup. that I could use to drink my tea out of if I wanted. Fold away cup. I got my Spork. I light my fire Spork, titanium Spork, which is basically bomb-proof. Take the lid of the kettle off, and then inside the kettle, like I showed in the other video, that's the inside. I've got another cup, GSI cup here, that I could eat out of or drink out of. It's got the sippy lid on it. But inside that cup, I keep my my Soto stove. So we'll put that aside right now. And we'll set the stove up, and then get our water into our pot to boil up, and we'll get our stove going. But this is a nice little spot to sort of stop and hang out. Like I said, I could see everything around me pretty good. I'm not, you know. Again, we'll get this stove opened up. Just get the legs snapped up into place. Once they're snapped up, you just make sure they're on. You're going to screw it onto the can, onto your fuel canister. Okay, so that's going. That's set up. And we'll get some water. We'll be right back. We'll get some water and closer shot of that. But I just want to get a little water into the kettle, just to rinse it out a little because I had some stuff in there. Okay, fine. And what I'm going to boil up is just enough that I need for a hot cup of tea. So I'm just pouring it into my cup here to measure. Okay, I'll pour it inside the kettle. Take a sip of water while I'm at it. Now I can boil this water up to put a meal on or whatever. So this kettle is going to sit right on the stove here, just like that. You guys can see it. You get a good view. Okay, I'll light the stove up now. Hopefully we put it on correctly, which I think it is. You'll hear a little hissing. Said the stove is lit. It's probably hard to see. I'll get the camera in close so you guys can see. I think you could see the flame. Try to make it a little higher. It's hard to hear it too with the highway in the background. But what I'll do is, with my Mora knife, I could take the top of the kettle off and check my water. That water's got a small amount of water in there. It's almost ready to go. Let me raise this up so you guys can see better. There we go. Like I said, take my Mora knife. We got a boil already. Okay, so I'll shut the stove off. Okay, just shut the stove off. Get a tea bag and then pour the water into our cup. Okay, I had my kit in the top part of the pack, in the lid. So I'll take a tea bag out, Lipton tea bag. The tea bag in there, put the garbage back in here. I also have a Sierra Trail Mix Cliff Bar to have. That aside, let's pour our tea. Make sure I got this on camera. I think I do. So I'm pouring my tea. Hopefully you can see the steam. The water was boiling. I measured just enough for a cup. There you go. Get you guys a view of that. So we'll let that steep. We'll open up our trail bar. Have a snack, cup of tea, pack everything back up and get back on the trail. Great. Hey guys, give you a view of my little camp setup here. Got everything right here on this top of this bench, which works out pretty good. Got my Moore knife, and you know these Moore knives are indispensable. Have it here around your neck. You don't have to break out your big Becker Pt2, you know, battle knife or big knife. Keep this handy. I've also got some electrical tape, about 20 feet of electrical tape around the base of it. Goes back in the holder, and then I have a little piece of Ranger band there that kind of holds it in so it doesn't fall out, and I can access it when I want. You know, use it to open up the Cliff Bar, lift the lid off my Ketalist, my GSI Ketalist. Put the stove aside here. Gonna have me this Sierra Trail Mix bar by Cliff Bar, which I haven't had yet, this flavor. And this will give me a nice bit of carbohydrate, some sugars, some protein. This cup, as long as you grip it around the black ring around the top, you're not going to get burned. Nice cup of hot tea. I know it's hot out, but a nice cup of hot tea is always good. And I wanted to show how the stove setup worked and how I accessed it. And like I said, I'm packing it closer to the top, so I could just grab it. And this little setup I have, I could boil water on the stove. I could also make a fire and boil this up. I also have the Pathfinder system wide mouth bottle, the stainless steel cup. I could boil water in each of those. I got the Nalgene bottle to collect or to keep water in while I'm walking. And then if I had some Mountain House meals, all I would have to do is boil up the water, eat the meal right out of the package, and then I'm on my way again. Those Bridgeford sandwiches I have are ready to eat. You don't have to heat those up, so those you could eat right on the go. Well, we're going to finish up our snack here, pack everything back up, and head back home. Alright guys, I'm finishing up here. I'm going to pack up shop. Right in the lid I keep my coffee and teas and stuff. What we'll do is pack up my Ketalist. Everything's pretty much cooled down right now. Take my stove off. And you saw that water took about a minute to boil up. The stove folds right back down into its pouch. 1, 2, 3. Back into the sippy cup. Back into the Ketalist. Lid back on. cap back on the stove. Case back around the Ketalist. Behind me, guys, is some little wooded area. Definitely somebody hanging out back here at night. There's some cardboard down over there in the corner. People are sitting down. And I saw a couple of beer bottles also. So there are people, maybe homeless people or kids hanging out at night. They're definitely hanging out along this trail. So it's one of the things I have to, keep in mind hiking down this trail at night. That there could be people out hanging out. So we'll pack this up, get our pack back on, and head home. Alright guys, we got our pack back on. We'll keep our Mora knife on. Our water right here. We're ready to go. Okay? Alright guys, I just looked at the camera and the battery's going dead, so I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to film. So let's call this a day. I'm about half a mile from home. So walk back home, get the camera back charged, get this video together. I know it's going to be pretty long, but I wanted to show you a chronology of, hiking out with this bag, how it holds up. And I would say round trip I did probably, at least 3 to 4 miles round trip. So not a bad day. Taking on longer trips in the future, but I just wanted to get you guys, show you guys the pack, how it functions, how it works, how it feels, and how it packs out as an urban go bag. Gray Man Urban. Thanks for joining me, guys. Stay ready.